Hello Phoenix Club, and welcome to this new segment on the channel. My name is Matt, and I have been appointed by Josh to be the fantasy football correspondent on the Phoenix Club Mini League. In each episode, I will tell you what's been going on in the fantasy league, how our teams have been affected, and who the star players are. I'll talk about Josh, Tom, myself, and I'll give a highlight of who was the best guest on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into this. And the weekly winner is the people's presenter himself, Josh Samuels, with a team I've got a soul, but I'm not a Solskjaer. Now he finished first with 74 points, which is quite a good way to set the standards for the league. His team is very much players from the top teams, and this week he's used players from Liverpool, Spurs, Man United, Arsenal and Leicester. So perhaps the standout performers were Anthony Martial, who was his captain. Having scored against Chelsea, he also doubled his score by giving him the captaincy, which, if you didn't know, that doubles the score a player would typically get. Marcus Rashford had scored 2 goals, which also was a big part of helping Josh finishing first. Defensively, he didn't look too great. Attacking wise, with Rashford and Aubameyang, they did the job. Pogba and Ferreira of Manchester United also helped with assists, and Trent did as well. Alisson made some key saves as well. All Josh kind of really needed to do was use some big players. They got him points, and the magic of the top clubs has put him in first place. In second place is myself with the Great Western Way, with 64 points. You know what? I would have finished at least joint top if it hadn't been for one YouTube channel in HITC Sport.
I'm not happy. Not happy. Ask me why.
Okay. Why?
Why what? Be specific.
So what did he do? He made a video about each Premier League club's Premier League players, that you should not pick. And for Sheffield United, he said Billy Sharp. And Billy Sharp, yeah, it seemed like the right thing to do to drop Billy Sharp, as he was entering another level where he probably won't score in the same sense. And for the price he is, there's better strikers out there.
Sheffield United, Billy Sharp. Valued at $6 million, Billy Sharp is the Blades' skipper and talisman, but will that be enough to get him in your team? Surely not. Sharp has been prolific in the lower leagues, but the Premier League might be a step too far. For $6 million, there are various decent striker options who will be much better than Sharp.
So, yeah, I ended up dropping him and somebody else. And who did I get in return? Vidra of Burnley and Mark Duffy. Vidra didn't even get on the bench. And Mark Duffy plays for Stoke. And that was me scratching out the bargain bin just for the desperation of getting players who could get into the team. That doesn't happen. Lose 6 points, and Josh wins the lead. The week at least. But as for my standout performers, Kyle Walker kept a clean sheet and he scored through. No, he didn't score. He got an assist that helped me out quite a bit. So did Mohamed Salah, a goal and an assist. Harry Kane scored twice, 12 points. And Connor Cody was probably my second best performer. I was going to schedule him in, but then once I realised that bloody Mark Duffy wasn't there, I brought him in instantly, knowing it was a bit of a risk that Leicester will probably score, but they didn't. He kept a clean sheet, and that was 7 points for me. Despite conceding, Trent Alexander-Arnold also got an assist, so 4 points there. Alisson got injured, but he still made about 6 saves to give me 3 points. And he wasn't playing when Norwich scored the goal, so he doesn't lose any points there. Callum Wilson was my captain, 10 points. But if he'd scored instead of hit the post, then that would have guaranteed me the top of the table. And you could probably see what I was going for with some of the other names, like Nathan Ake. Scores some header. He's great in the air, so he could easily score from set pieces. As well as Sheffield United not really being a team, not being like a team of Bournemouth's quality. Pereira did well last season. Christian Pulisic tipped to be Chelsea's best player. With a Man United Chelsea game, I wasn't too sure which way it was going to go, hence why there are no United players in and only one Chelsea player. I also had Sergio Aguero, who got me 6 points, and Maddison, who is one of Leicester's best, and he got 2 points. Up next, we've got Let's Talk About Cesc, managed by Thomas Overend, who gained 62 points. Again, his standout performer was maybe not the standout performer on mine, but this is definitely his standout performer. Kyle Walker. Who'd got 10 points. Same with Callum Wilson, who Tom had also captained, but in theory, Wilson had scored 5 points and the captaincy doubled it. Unlike me, but like Josh, he also had Anthony Martial, 8 points. Ederson was in goal. For having seen what's happened to Alisson, I kind of wish I had Ederson, 8 points. He had Max Aarons of Norwich, which Norwich is a team, and after their performance against Liverpool, I don't reckon will go down. But and Max Aarons was certainly a very good pick, but against Liverpool, especially with the some of the talents like Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, it didn't see. It was very risky to put him in, but he did have Puki, who at first I wasn't so sure about his inclusion, but he got a goal. The rest were mainly just 2 points, or 1 point. And our top performing fan of the week is Rich Paul, whose team's called If I Were a Rich Man. Now, until the 2 o'clock games when I managed to earn a clean sheet through Connor Cody, Rich Paul was actually on top of the table for a while after West Ham vs Man City. He managed to gain 40 points through Raheem Sterling, who he himself got 20 points. But after that brilliant captaining decision to times 2 his points, it got him 40. The rest, John Stones got him 7 points through a clean sheet, but the rest,
Why are you unhappy?
it didn't look so good. With so many 1.0 points lurking about, and perhaps the worst performer, Kepa Arrizabalaga, who'd conceded 4 against Manchester United, and I don't think he's a good goalkeeper. Not just based on what happened against Man United, but he just didn't seem to have a good season last season. I mean, he's good for penalties, but let's just move on. But Rich Paul, he had one brilliant standout, and it's surrounded by players who didn't perform. So is the league table then. Josh Samuels was top of the table, followed by me and Thomas Overend. There's not too much to report here. So that was the round up of the first weekend of fantasy football with Phoenix Club. If you're a fan of and you have a team in this league, let us know, and if you want me to cover your team, and I can certainly do that for you. But in the meantime, it's back to Tom and Josh.